Thank you for the lovely music, Harry. Harry. Can't find him. And Jason. Good evening. Welcome to the 2023-24 Academic Magnet High School National Honor Society induction ceremony. I would like to welcome all of our inductees and guests to the Judith Peterson Lecture Hall. Thank you for coming this evening, and thank you to all guests viewing online through the live stream. My name is Carrie Renas. I'm a math teacher here, but I also advise the AMHS chapter of NHS. Our society aims to provide opportunities for students to lead, exhibit character, and serve the AMHS community. The purpose of our ceremony is to acknowledge the scholarly aptitude of these new members and formally ask them to represent the ideals of our society. Today, they will make a public commitment to fulfill the goals of our society. Induction requires us to articulate our 4 pillars: scholarship, service, character, and leadership, with the expectation that our understanding and acceptance of these pillars will manifest into responsible choices and meaningful action. We plan to continue well-deserved staff recognitions and appreciations throughout the year, and are actively mentoring 9th and 10th grade students in their academic courses. For the past 3 years, our chapter has been fully committed to pairing NHS juniors and seniors with underclassmen for academic guidance, donating time, providing instruction to students who request assistance. This work strengthens our learning community. We believe all staff should feel valued, and all students should have role models and mentors to face new challenges with encouragement and support. The program tonight will be used as a platform to contemplate a relevant idea. Last year, we focused on the concept of resilience. Turns out later in the year, the concept of resilience was a major concept theme from the College Board for juniors, now seniors, on the AP seminar exam. You're welcome. This year, it felt right to focus on the concept of community. You may have realized that the student quotes displayed on our screen during the opening music explored the concept of community. Many of those students are here with us tonight as inductees, and we thank them for their perspectives and engaging words as we contemplate the concept of community and its significance. The word community is without question central to human experience. Being a member of an engaged community gives us a sense of belonging. It enables us to share personal relatedness in order to support perpetual growth of each other, ourselves, and our environment. It can give us opportunities to connect with people to reach for our goals, making us feel safe and secure. It's important for every person to have a sense of community. This evening, let's start by thinking about this community defined over a geographic space, its physical location. Academic Magnet High School was established in 1988, and the first class graduated in 1992. The school was originally located as a separate sub-campus of Burke High School in downtown Charleston. It then moved to the Charleston Naval Base, where it stayed until about 2010. Then, Academic Magnet moved to the newly built Bonds-Wilson campus on the site of the old Bonds-Wilson High School in North Charleston. I'm going to invite my co-advisor, Ms. Van, to come up and share more details about our campus's unique geographical history.
Thank you. My name is Kristen Van. I'm a member of the English department and co-advisor of NHS this year. One of my research interests in grad school was place-based writing and research, which explores the significance of place, people, and our communal interaction with the physical environment. As technology continues to assert its influence, people have slowly and inevitably become more removed from their communities, the streets and schools, sidewalks and shops that make a neighborhood. Yet, when one begins to look, they uncover the deep histories, cultural memories, and emotions tied to those spaces. I just moved to Charleston, and I'm continually amazed by how much history there is to every street or site I visit. Some histories reveal a tremendous amount of beauty, while others are stories of oppression, pain, and communal struggle. Each geographical place we occupy carries with it not just history, but the spirit of a community that came before us. We spend so much time on this campus, so it seemed fitting to begin with the history and significance of the geophysical community that our campus occupies, known as Liberty Hill. I was inspired to inquire deeper into Liberty Hill on our first teacher workday when administration brought in guest speakers from the Liberty Hill Genealogy Society. As the name signifies, Liberty Hill is South Carolina's oldest surviving free and self-sustaining Black community, founded by newly freed people who sold the land to Ishmael Grant, Aaron Middleton, and brothers Plenty and William LeCue after the war to establish a settlement to harbor other formerly enslaved residents. This new community was created and named to celebrate this long-awaited freedom. At the core of this community were values of family, faith, and strength. For nearly a century, it was a fully self-sufficient neighborhood, sustained by its own resources and resilience. Liberty Hill operated independently in its own right, yet we cannot forget the dangers of prejudice and segregation threatening Black residents outside the confines of their community. There are family stories in the record of residents being attacked just for crossing the railroad tracks. Nevertheless, the community thrived, showcasing self-determination and unity. Bonds-Wilson campus began in 1951, graduating its first class in 1953. Bonds-Wilson became central to the community's progress, and as Roger Washington Alumni Foundation president puts it, Bonds-Wilson was the intellectual engine that drove it all. It was our nest for education. It attracted great teachers and mentors, and the community was very involved in campus life. This campus, where we gather to spend the better parts of our days, carries with it an enormous amount of cultural memory for the Liberty Hill community. It was a safe space for Black students from all over the region to converge for school, sports, and activities. And as Washington reports, we became one united community in Liberty Hill, all from pocket communities. In 1970, Bonds-Wilson became integrated when the city finally honored the Supreme Court decision of Brown versus Board made 17 years prior. This was a difficult time during the civil rights movement, causing sudden turmoil for students who had to transfer from Bonds-Wilson and for those who stayed. It closed for good in 1985, and as described by the Post and Courier, once the heartbeat of the neighborhood and an institution that symbolized self-sufficiency was no more. The newly built Bonds-Wilson campus has been the home of our magnet community since 2010. As members of the National Honor Society, we can honor the cultural significance of our campus, showing respect to communities inhabiting this space before us, for which Bonds-Wilson School represented promise for the future. Knowing these histories can change our attachment to this place and change how we behave and interact in our present-day communities. While we cannot change the histories that deteriorated Liberty Hill's nest for education, we can see the tremendous opportunity and honor it is to receive our education in this space. As NHS members, we can work together to build more inclusive communities, and we can share our knowledge of communities that overcame the challenges of their past. If you're interested in learning more about Bonds-Wilson or Liberty Hill, I encourage you to visit the Bonds-Wilson room of our library, where photos, yearbooks, and memorabilia are housed. There are also opportunities to volunteer, donate, and further the work of the Liberty Hill Genealogy Society, an organization facing present-day problems of the community to ensure a sustainable future. This year, we've designated a special committee and asked them to collaborate with the Charleston Waterkeeper to address pollution in the nearby Philbin Creek. As NHS members, we can work together and take steps to carry forth a strong legacy of community and service for future generations of scholars. Thanks.
Thank you for sharing your research and historical summaries, Ms. Van. I need to share with you all that our guest speaker, AMHS alumnus Dr. Deidre Ward, is personally connected to this location. She grew up here. She also is connected to our unique geographical history through her ancestors. Her grandmother, who is in the audience tonight, Miss Maybelle Brown, was in the all-time top 10 students of Bonds Wilson High School. Her grandmother was valedictorian for her graduating class. So she's in the audience tonight. Valedictorian, just want to say that again. Anyways, but despite her academic promise, Deidre's grandmother, Miss Brown, did not go to college because it was too expensive and uncommon for black females to go to college in general at that time. Deidre's mother shared with me that Deidre was a curious child, eager to learn, and her mom, Carol, had to work very hard to ensure Deidre's intellectual needs were met. From baby to pre-college, this meant Miss Ward actively advocated for what her daughter needed in educational programs throughout Deidre's life. She's also in the audience tonight, Miss Carol Ward. So as you can see, there is nature, genetics, but there's also nurture, right? Deidre was a gifted child, but more importantly, that nurture. Deidre attended Academic Magnet High School and took advantage of every opportunity here to learn and grow, to laugh and bond and dance, lots of dancing. She embraced challenges with grace and a smile. Deidre is a symbol of hope, triumph, and progress to her family and her communities, and she's achieved the highest professional level of learning at such a young age. Dr. Deidre Ward has honored her ancestors and this community by fulfilling her dreams and fulfilling her potential, and we're looking forward to hearing her message tonight. Deidre's accomplishments are meaningful testaments to generational and societal progress on human rights and equality, and while these struggles continue and remain ongoing, these stories and truths help us realize the significant outcomes that can be achieved of heart-centered, morally driven work. While our school attracts talent, families who value education, lots of students who have mental intensities and academic strengths, they need a challenging curriculum. The National Honor Society requires student members to go beyond individualistic priorities and engage themselves in a deeper work. Yes, to benefit others in their communities, but more importantly, to develop their own depth of character and to instigate a desire to seek ways to live a more relevant and connected life. We hope you choose to use your abilities to illuminate understandings, solve problems, and foster positive change in the various communities for which you belong. Realize we have a unique opportunity here to continue legacies for which you, we have a unique opportunity here to continue legacies, even be that intellectual engine that Mr. Roger Washington described, And we can continue to strive and to be a thriving, diverse, inclusive learning community where freedom of thought, expression, and identity is welcomed, valued, where we respect, love, help, and appreciate each other in unity and in gratitude and reverence. Student inductees, you are here with us this evening to publicly and formally make a commitment to contribute to these aspirations and to honor our school family and our local community and beyond. Inductees, we call on you to honor all of your communities through your choices, words, and actions. And I want to thank the many AMHS, NHS student leaders who have worked with me to plan this special ceremony today. Thank you for helping our society, working hard, and your consistent dedication. We benefit greatly from your willingness to serve this community. You will hear from the elected student leaders who will speak about the core values of NHS later in the ceremony. But now I'm going to introduce our elected president, senior scholar, Bowen Gao. We expect the president of our chapter of National Honor Society to represent the best of who we are and aspire to be. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Academic Magnet High School's 2023-24 National Honor Society elected president, Bowen Gao.
Thank you, Ms. Remus, Ms. Van. Good afternoon, everyone. We are so excited to have you all here at the 2023-24 induction ceremony. Welcoming you all to Academic Magnets chapter of the National Honor Society. Having served as a committee leader last year and having the privilege of serving as your president this year, I've witnessed both the challenges and accomplishments within our chapter. From the hard work and success we see in celebrating our members to the tutoring that takes place at Academic Magnet, we have demonstrated what it means to be a community in both National Honor Society and as a greater whole. Building on the legacy of former presidents Jeffrey Song and Asher Wallen, I believe that this year's members will be able to elevate our chapter to our highest level yet. But of course, that all begins today with you all, our 76 new inductees who exemplify scholarship, service, leadership, and character, the 4 pillars of NHS. Our guest speaker and former student at Academic Magnet, Dr. Deidre Ward, began her academic journey with early signs of excellence, leading her to participate in CCSD's Gifted and Talented program. Being one of the few Black students at Academic Magnet at the time, she excelled both academically and in various extracurriculars, leading the STEP team and the AMHS Dirty Birds, and participating in the dance team, speech and debate, and Mu Alpha Theta. Her involvement in research started at Magnet when she was chosen to conduct research at the Clemson MUSC Bioengineering Laboratories under Dr. Yao. With her research, she won numerous awards, and upon graduating in 2015, Dr. Ward received scholarships such as the Palmetto Fellow Scholarship and a full ride to Clemson University. At Clemson, she then conducted research on polymers and renewable materials. Dr. Ward continued her academic journey at the University of Texas, Austin, pursuing a PhD in chemical engineering. She then received the GEM Fellowship and conducted dissertation research, leading to her doctoral studies where she published 3 peer-reviewed papers and presented her research at 5 national conferences in such cities such as Honolulu, Orlando, Lisbon, Portugal, and Washington, D.C. To this day, she has since obtained her PhD with her thesis researching nanotechnology for mRNA delivery and neuroblastoma. Throughout her journey, Dr. Ward acknowledges the support of her family and friends and community here in South Carolina, and she remains grateful for her roots in Charleston, helping shape her in becoming a first-generational doctoral candidate. So without further ado, please welcome Dr. Ward to the stage.
Thank you for that introduction. Ladies, gentlemen, my AMHS community, and our honorees of the evening, thank you for inviting me to speak today on a topic that is not only close to my heart, but is essential for the success and well-being of each and every one of us. the importance of community for individual success. We live in a world that often emphasizes, perhaps overly so, individual achievements, personal goals, individual accomplishments. Are you seeing a trend? While these aspects are undoubtedly crucial, we must not forget the profound impact that our communities can have on our journey towards success. In my view, there are 3 areas in which community is key: emotional support, collective wisdom, and a sense of belonging. First and foremost, a strong sense of community provides us with a support system that can weather the storms of life. In times of adversity, when we feel challenged, when life is just getting the best of us, it is our friends and family who can offer a helping hand, a comforting word, and a shoulder to lean on. They are the ones who remind us that we are not alone and that our struggles are shared, that together we can overcome even the toughest obstacles. I don't know if you've realized this yet about me, but I have the habit of trying to do everything everywhere all at once. I'm working on it. Well, one weekend when I was at Clemson, I was going through a tough time when all of the commitments that I signed up for myself were catching up to me, and I felt spread too thin. And what did I do in that situation? I called my mom. And what did she do? She dropped everything and drove to Clemson so that she could comfort me. And that to me, that's love. That's support, and that's community. And shout out to my mom. And in a similar vein, I want to brag on my friends a little bit too. When I was at Clemson, I met some of the most amazing people. We spent almost all of our time together, probably because we were all trying to struggle through that chemical engineering curriculum together. But even though we've all graduated and moved all across the country, I can still call them and they can still call me. And we still put in that effort to be a listening ear and that cheerleader for each other. And no matter where we are in the world, no matter where in the world we find ourselves, that's community. And what I want to say to you is, don't take your family for granted, and they just want to support you. And if you don't feel like you're getting that emotional support from your family, you always have your friends. And if you feel like you can't count on your friends, please get some new ones. In addition to that emotional support, communities offer a wealth of knowledge and resources. Communities are hubs of opportunity. Just think about it. Within your community, there are individuals with diverse talents, skills, and experiences. And by tapping into this collective wisdom, we can learn from one another, acquire new skills, and broaden our perspectives. Whether it's a seasoned professional, a skilled tradesperson, or just a wise elder, our communities are treasure troves of knowledge just waiting to be explored. Networking within your community can open doors to new possibilities, whether it's career opportunities, educational prospects, or personal growth. And the relationships you build locally can create a ripple effect, expanding your horizons far beyond what you might achieve in isolation. Basically, your network is your net worth. I can provide several examples of this being true for me, but I'll just say the one that led into a ripple effect that brought me to this point in my life. So I'm just gonna set the scene for you a little bit. It's spring 2014, about a decade ago. I'm a junior here at AMHS, and I'm in Ms. Benton's senior thesis class. There's a new collab that's starting between AMHS and the Clemson MUC Bioengineering Labs in downtown Charleston. And I tell Ms. Benton that I want to do it. I want to apply. So we work on this application together, and I'm one of the handful of students chosen to complete my senior thesis under the guidance of researchers, professors, and just all around great people in those labs. And that summer, I go on to begin my first research project and discover my love of research and problem solving. And that one experience led to me seeking out opportunities to do more research and present my findings, and it led to many close mentorship relationships with professors at Clemson who gave me the opportunity to work in their labs. It gave me the chance to be chosen to study abroad in Singapore for free, just to conduct undergraduate research. It led to me choosing to pursue a PhD, and it led to me becoming Dr. Ward. And just when I pause and reflect, that all began because of a conversation with Ms. Benton. And it all started because I was here at AMHS. And this all started because of the community that I found myself a part of. And let me tell you something, I'm forever grateful and proud to say that I'm from South Carolina and that I went to AMHS. And to say that I'm lucky enough, that I was lucky enough to be in an environment that pushed me to grow and to explore and to go after opportunities that I never knew existed. My senior year at AMHS, Mr. Johnston, my calculus teacher at the time, gave me an award that I still think about regularly, and he called it the World is Your Oyster Award. And I just want to take this moment to tell you the same thing. The world is your oyster. Tap into your community, and I'm sure you'll find ways to go after any dreams that you may have. Lastly, communities offer a sense of belonging and identity. My resume may say that I'm Dr. Ward, that I'm a chemical engineer, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the whole story. I'm a South Carolina native. I'm from North Charleston, South Carolina. I'm a Clemson Tiger. I'm a Texas Longhorn. I'm an AMHS Raptor. Knowing that you are part of something bigger than yourself instills a sense of purpose. It instills a sense of pride. It provides a framework for understanding your place in the world and the impacts you can have. This sense of belonging is a powerful motivator. It drives us to strive not only for personal success, but for the betterment of our community as a whole. In conclusion, let us not underestimate the profound impact that our communities can have on our individual journeys. Embracing the support, knowledge, and sense of belonging that communities provide us is not a sign of weakness. It's a recognition of our shared humanity. As we strive for personal success, let us do so with an awareness of the interconnected web of relationships that sustain us. A community that propels us forward, uplifts us in times of need, and ultimately shapes our individual and collective destinies. Thank you once again to the NHS leaders, to Ms. Renas, where'd she go? For inviting me back to my alma mater to speak. It's a great honor. And another huge congratulations to our new National Honor Society inductees. I look forward to seeing all that you can accomplish backed by your communities. Thank you.
At this time, would any inductees like to ask Dr. Ward a question? Let's have another round of applause for Dr. Ward. Thank you, Dr. Ward, for speaking with us this afternoon. We are so grateful to have you share your thoughts on community with us all, and I am certain that it will resonate with us all. These past few days, everyone in our chapter has taken the opportunity to demonstrate our commitment to the community and upholding the 4 pillars. With all of our efforts, we would like to present a gift that we assembled for you. Please welcome Aditya Valava, our treasurer, to the stage.
First, I'd like to thank all of the members of NHS who were able to work very hard on our NHS Halloween bake sale this year. This was a 2-day effort in which many of our members came in early before school or stayed behind after school to sell baked goods which were made by other members of NHS. As a result of the bake sale and PIE, our parent organization, we're very proud to be able to present Dr. Ward with this gift of appreciation. I'd also like to thank our senior members, Wilson Swanson and Grace Rubin, and our junior member, Mia Wang, for making this possible.
Dr. Zerps, Ms. Renas, Ms. Van, members of faculty, parents, and students, we will now begin the candle lighting ceremony to acknowledge our 4 pillars. We are gathered here today to recognize you all who have excelled academically and have been chosen based on your demonstration of character. Our chapter is proud to be inducting each of you as our new members. And today's induction ceremony highlights the excellence that we represent for our community and school. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. We are leaders in numerous student organizations and demonstrate a strong sense of commitment and community. We serve our school and community with our tutoring program, which held over 150 tutoring sessions last year and adding more to our record this year. We celebrate our school faculty and community through numerous committees led by student leaders like you all and made possible by everyone here. We are proud of this record of accomplishment and welcome these new members who bring in new energy and support of our continuing work. At this time, we proclaim to all those in attendance that membership in the Academic Magnet chapters of National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for our society. Members of the chapter, we will now review the qualities for the candidates. We will begin with junior scholar Mia Wang, elected vice president of our chapter, who will discuss scholarship.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. Students are willing to spend hours reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is a great element in life, which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired through only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the ability to continually expand the world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. And as the driving force of the Irish literary revival, William Butler Yeats said that education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire.
Second, let's welcome junior scholars Lindsay Gunn and Zachary Butler, elected internal tutoring coordinators of our chapter, to discuss service.
Service can be established in the routine of the day's work, where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body.
We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give."
Third, we have junior scholar Kayla Adkins, elected historian and parliamentarian of our chapter, to discuss leadership.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school and take an initiative in the classroom and in school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, a genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus.
Finally, please welcome senior scholar Aditya Vallava, elected treasurer of our chapter, to discuss character.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for us our individuality and our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. As Eleanor Roosevelt once stated, people grow through experience if they meet life honestly and courageously. This is how character is built.
At this time, please join me in reciting the pledge. Will the new inductees please rise? Raise your right hand and repeat the pledge after me, one sentence at a time. I pledge myself to uphold the ideals of the National Honor Society, to build a strong character in myself and others, to further advancement of scholarship, to carry aloft the torch of leadership, to serve my school, my community, and my country, in the interest of humanity. Thank you. I will now invite to the stage our PIN and certificate officials, internal tutoring coordinators, Zach Butler and Lindsay Gunn. As your name is called, please step forward onto the stage to receive your tokens of membership. Please welcome our assistant principal, Dr. Zerbs, to congratulate these new members and read your names accordingly.
So thank you for inviting me here tonight. Mr. Perlmutter expresses his regret that he couldn't be here, and he normally speaks off the cuff, but instead I've prepared a few remarks which should only take about 20 minutes. No, I joke. All right, it is an honor and a privilege to speak at a ceremony featuring esteemed alumni and honoring students of integrity, character, and tenacity. I congratulate each and every student and family member represented. Your academic achievement is being celebrated and recognized through your induction into this prestigious society. These types of honors and accolades are one way our school and to an extent, our society is able to recognize and celebrate the daily sacrifices that you have made to achieve this level of success. It is my firmly held belief that what you and your parents should be most proud of is not the honor of the induction itself, but rather the choices and sacrifices you made to get here. As Ralph Waldo Emerson famously said, the reward of a thing well done is to have done it. In the spirit of rejoicing in the doing, I would encourage you to set your sights toward the very highest goals and dreams. You have already demonstrated that you can do what you set your mind to by being here today. Press forward, my friends, and you will do amazing things. So without further ado, the moment you are all eagerly awaiting, the Academic Magnet High School 2023 inductees. Sutton Bates. Ben Brock. Presley Kwanjuko. Jason Gould. Summer Hall. Rachel Holden. Michael Lee. Maria Rudder. Scarlett Rudder. Rutledge Sander. Harrison Shaw. Abby Yeomans. And now our junior inductees. Rachel Agueldo. Kate Arantz. Katie Baldwin. Aiden Ball. Riley Biesenberg. Cy Benich. Billy Brodsky. Lily Burnett. Emily Daniels. Kimberly Doe. Laurel Dorsey. Rain Dice. Reese Early. Emma Fong. Meredith Finley. Lila Garrett. Molly George. Julian Gillum. Sophia Gillum. Grace Griffin. Finn Hayes. Robert Heidenreich. Izzy Heiss, Thomas Hershey, Ridgely Khalil, Connor Lee, Megan Massey, Ethan McCleary, Rajane Mitchell, Gordon Oliver, Max Peters, Samantha Pigford, Anya Podolsky, Jose Revelta, Sierra Robinson, Akira Sanchez, Joseph Shady, Peyton Schultz, Sasha Scaff, Chloe Troman, B. Vaught, Madeline Vermette, Calvin Volkman, Susa Wagoner, Sana West, Street Wilson, and Oliver Weinbrenner. Mi Chi Zhang, Mia Wong, Zachary Butler, Lindsay Gunn, Kayla Atkins, Aditya Valava, we also have several inductees who were not able to be with us this evening. I'll read their names as well. Luke Abrams, Hank Baer, Betsy Bailey, Sophia Bennett, Hannah Finley, Maris Jones, Jack Oakman, Aiden Ruggiera, Mia Vlehos, and Evie Waldorf. Thank you.
Although not all of our returning senior members could be with us today, some are present as members of the induction ceremony committee, and many others are watching on the live stream. I'd like to wish all of you my congratulations. As we move towards the conclusion, we would like to thank our advisor, Ms. Renas, co-advisor, Ms. Van, and the leader of the induction ceremony committee, Ms. Mia Wang, and the members of the induction ceremony committee for their hard work in making this year's induction ceremony run as smoothly as possible. Please join me in thanking them with a round of applause. Thank you as well to our secretary, Ms. Ryans, and to the CCSD Division of Strategy and Communications, Michael Rabin, Stephen Wyatt, and Todd Schaefer, for helping with the technology aspects with tonight's ceremony. Thank you as well to our media specialist, Dr. Russell, our bookkeeper, Ms. Knox, and our administrators, Mr. Perlmutter, Ms. Gigi, and Dr. Zerps. And thank you once again to the NHS officers, the induction ceremony committee, leaders Evie Inman and Riley Anderson, and Ms. Renas and Ms. Fan. Thank you all for attending our National Honor Society induction ceremony. Please join me once again in applauding all of our new members. Thank you. And a big round of applause to AMHS Pie for sponsoring our reception. Feel free to join us in the cafeteria for some food and drinks and to hear our incredible band bring the hype, composed of academic magnet members and led by juniors Kevian Ford, Donovan Hamilton, Samuel Persinger, Randy Villareza, and Isabel Pinata. Also, if you're so compelled to help our community, there is a donation table inside of the cafeteria with our treasurer, Aditya, at the main entrance. Your donation will go directly to the AMHS chapter of the National Honor Society and help us fund our service work. We appreciate your support and thank you all for attending this evening. Again, congratulations to all of our new inductees, and when leaving, please exit through the back. Thank you.